Hey guys, so Sleep Token, what's up with that? I don't know about you personally, but for me and I think the general population, Sleep Token just kind of boomed overnight practically. I mean, one day I'm scrolling through TikTok and there's absolutely no Sleep Token, and then like the next day I have Brittany Broski making monkey noises over them and Astarion edits. Which, by the way, I'm cutting into my Baldur's Gate time trying to make this video, so you guys should be thanking me. Oh god, it's so bad. You guys want to know why I haven't posted lately? Baldur's Gate, probably. I wanted to dedicate this video as to why that happened. Why is Sleep Token just so popular right now? Now let me just get this out of the way. I do like Sleep Token. I think their music's great. And that could be a simple answer. Well, they're popular because their music's good. And yes, but no. There's a lot of good musicians out there, unfortunately, that have great music, but never really see mainstream success. Always something. There's always something else. You have to have good music, but you also have to have that X factor. You just have to have that one little thing that sets you above everyone else. And what is that thing? That's what we're gonna talk about today. See, it's hard enough gaining traction as a band, but I think it's even harder when you're a metal band, and hear me out. Because yes, I am a little bit of a metalhead.
Your mom? I actually do cuss a little.
Do you?
Also, yeah.
What's your favorite? I do enjoy metal, but it was a long way getting here, okay? Like, you don't just start out liking metal, right? It's just impossible. You kind of have to train yourself. You kind of have to be just like an angry person and descent into madness. But no, seriously. The way you enjoy metal music, right, is like you get into rock. Rock is like the gateway drug to metal because you enjoy rock music, but then it's not good enough. You need something more. And then sooner or later, you're up here listening to like Slayer. It's just the descent into madness, the hunger for more heavy music. And it doesn't just happen. All right, you kind of have to accumulate the taste. It's an acquired taste for sure. But when you're a metal band, you kind of have to deal with that when you want the mainstream's attention. Because it seems like the majority of people just don't get metal. You know, it's like, it's too loud, it's too angry. Fine, I get it, but it's like also really cool, so. And it's just another one of these weird little anomalies with Sleep Token. It's like, how did they do it? How did they get mainstream fangirls on TikTok to enjoy metal? And I have a couple of answers to that. Going back to Brittany Broski, she was kind of genius when she compared them to like the Metal Hosier, which they definitely are. They are the Metal Hosier. I think that's very fair, even if you don't necessarily like the heaviness of the music. I think there is some lyrical content that people can appeal to, especially if you're thirsting over vampire elves on the internet. Don't think I'm not seeing that. Don't think I'm not like favoring it and saving it to my phone. But I dare say there's something a little bit more to that even still. Sleep Token has the power of being anonymous. How long will that last? I'm not necessarily sure. And I wonder if they will be able to keep up popularity if that ever does stop happening. This is a fascinating little conversation to have because oftentimes, especially if you're in music, one of the main points if you want to get anywhere is having a connection with your fans. I always bring up my psychology background in music in these discussions because it's true. It's just being human. We want to connect with other humans and that brings us closer to the music. Yeah. So having a completely anonymous band, faceless band even, you have to kind of wonder why so many people connect with them if there's no person to connect with. I think this is along the same lines of why faceless YouTubers get so popular, even though Gumball's not necessarily a big fan of those. I think people just like a mystery. They like mysteries who also make really good music. And this is not anything new. There's been plenty of bands who have kind of used this faceless tactic to build up hype, like, who is it? What do they look like? What are they hiding? And it just creates hype. But I think it also kind of lets people interpret it the way that they want. Technically, this band looks however you want them to. So yes, arguably, Sleep Token doesn't really have the human artist to fan connection that other bands have, but I think they make up for it in this whole like, ooh, who are they? What do they look like? It just generates hype and internet sleuths to try and ruin that, which I really hope that doesn't happen, but I'm sure it will. See, if you ask Sleep Token, they're not faceless because they want hype. They're faceless because, well, their faces don't matter. It's all about the music. That's why they wear masks and the singer is named Vessel and everybody else is numbers. Which this is not an entirely new concept. I mean, my favorite band wears ski masks on stage and actually has an album named Vessel, kind of along the similar idea of, well, it's not about me personally, it's about the art I create and the story. So that's not entirely new, and I don't think that's the entire appeal of why people like them being faceless. I think people like them being faceless because they want to guess who it is. It just creates mystery. But also, Sleep Token just continues to break walls down in metal, okay? Not only did they get on mainstream TikTok, but they've also managed to not become a gimmick. Not yet. I don't know about the future, but right now, me personally, I don't consider them a gimmicky band, which I think adds on to their credibility, because I think if they were gimmicky, no one would pay attention to them. They still managed to make this tasteful, which is so extremely hard to do, especially in metal. Metal has become like this weird, like, overemphasized joke of itself. Like, it gets to the point in metal sometimes where, like, it's just funny. They're creating so much noise and look so silly on stage. It's like, this is past the point of cool. You just kind of look goofy up there, which is still entertaining. Don't get me wrong, it's still entertaining. And look, I get it. I know you're like, but it's like really hard to play. Yeah, it's only like 0.0002% of the population could probably play that song, but I don't want to hear it. So I understand that that stuff is like hard to play, but it's kind of silly. Along with like metal theatrics, it's a very, very fine line. Sometimes you can wear the masks and you do the stunts on stage and it looks really cool. I look at a picture of Vessel and I think he looks cool. It's not really treading into like goofy territory yet. I say the same thing for In This Moment. I absolutely love In This Moment. Both Sleep Token and In This Moment, I think, balance that very well, where it's like, yeah, we're gonna deal with the masks and kind of be weird on stage, but it's still gonna be cool. Like, we're not treading into Ice Nine Kills territory. I know y'all people are gonna be mad at me for that, because there's a lot of Ice Nine Kills enjoyers on here. And look, I get it, I respect you, I'm not hating, it's just not for me. When they did the bass drop with the clown, I just couldn't take it seriously. I'm sorry. No offense to any Ice Nine Kills enjoyers. But the point is, in a world where everything like that can become so goofy so quick, Sleep Token still manages to keep a well-rounded balance of that. It still looks cool, and I think it still looks cool to the general public. Going into that whole mystery, it's like, ooh, they're like mysterious, but also kind of cool. Like, and they make good music. Like, what is this? I wish Sleep Token all the best in the future. I really do. As I've discussed here, I think there's like some slippery slopes for them. I really hope that they continue to be successful and they're not just like a passing phase, because they really are a good band. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.